papers. I mean, we're talking about 23 years ago, soon 24 years. From that particular year, I remember I started to talk more about the electron hypersensitive having a completely normal avoidance reaction to a toxic environment, or at least a potentially toxic environment. And again, you know, when I looked in the parallel scientific literature, I saw so many papers, and since then many, many more, where they had used anything from bacteria, even viruses. They had plants, they had animals and so on, which did react with the same type of molecular and cellular reaction patterns, very similar. We even did experiments using rats together with another fantastic scientist, Vesna Rajkovic, and we published quite a number of papers together with her. And we saw that rats, they react in exactly the same way. And it's interesting because still at that time, and I know in many countries around the world already, even now, 2023, electron hypersensitive people are badly met by,
everybody,
medical doctors, by the society, by civil service, and so on. And they are said to just imagining this, and it's all in their head, and so on. But you never hear anyone at these municipalities or medical offices saying that it's all in the head of bacteria, of animals, of plants. And no, never, ever. But yeah, we treat each other badly from that point of view, instead of saying, wow, as a medical doctor, I may not understand, or as a civil servant, I may not know what to do, but I respect what you tell me, and we will do all we can to help you. And I think we talked about that before, that when I meet electron hypersensitive people and they are in a bad situation, I always tell them, when you go to your medical doctor or to your civil servant at the municipality, don't tell them that you're electron hypersensitive. Just tell them that you have these symptoms and you wonder what's going on. And then it's up to the medical doctor and come up with an explanation and solution and treatment. And believe me, Davida, I mean, all the time they arrive saying, no, I don't know what this is. There is not the classical illness. You are not psychiatrically ill. You are not psychologically deranged or anything, but I cannot explain it. I don't know what's going on. And then I said, at that point, then it's the time to introduce the idea, could it be the electromagnetic fields in the surrounding ambient exposure environment,
You are touching on such an important issue, because everybody I know, myself included, that is electrohypersensitive have been from one doctor to the next. They've, over many years, had lots of, low-grade chronic issues, and the doctors would just give antibiotics, painkillers, steroids, whatever they feel necessary. And they would literally go from one doctor, because the one symptom I forgot to mention is digestive issues. So a lot of people just have bloating, they've got gas, they battle to digest food, food intolerances are quite prominent. And then literally what they do is they go for scans, they go for x-rays. If it's backache, they go for x-rays. If it's neck ache, if it's stomach issues, they go for the all sorts of stomach scans and sonars and you name it. And they get to the other side and the doctors can't say what is wrong. They literally say there's nothing wrong with you. That's the words that come to mind. And there's two things that happened to me recently. A family member said to me that she spoke to a doctor about electrohypersensitivity, and he told her it's nonsense. And I laughed, and I sent her the link to our educational series, and I said, please send this to your doctor. And but okay, so that's on the negative side. But recently I also had a very positive example where I worked with a school teacher, and it was so interesting. We initially thought they're going to actually just turn us away. And after a lot of consultation and education, the district actually came back and said, well, you're not the only one with this. We've got another teacher with this problem. So we will accommodate you and see if we can help and what we can do to help. So it's definitely, like you and I've said so many times, people are popping out of the woodwork that they're starting to make the link between EMF. And it's never, what I want to urge people, it's never the only factor affecting your health. But it can be
No,
a
no.
very big one. And what you've
Yeah.
said so many times, because of the suppression of the immune system, it may aggravate other illnesses or other conditions.
Yeah.
You've said that how many times?
Yeah.